Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today, I'm going to introduce you to a very wonderful book that I have read, and this book is by Richard Templar, and it says the rules of people. If you're a Richard Templar fan, I'm sure you have read rules of work, rules of a lot of rules that he has stated, and it actually works. And I will take you through the first 10 rules. We have about 99 rules there, but I'll take you through the first 10 and let you know how I understand by it, and also let me know in the comment below what you think and feel about the 10 rules. Yeah, so stay tuned. Yeah, so this is the book. Yeah, the first rule of rules of people. I believe people, we all grew up differently. We have different perspective about things, and these things are being influenced by our experiences that we have gotten too far. So the first rule is, so it is the rules of people. It's now code for getting the best from everyone. So the first rule is yeah, so understanding helps. So what I understand by this first rule is, as I said earlier, we all have different upbringing and different situations that we have gone through, different troubles. So if you find someone being in a situation that is a bit difficult, it might not be for you, but try to be understanding, and yeah, try to be understanding, because we all are different and we all have different experiences. Yeah, so the second one is, no one has to be like you. Yeah, it's a very diverse world, and if everyone is to be like you, it wouldn't be an interesting world. So no one is supposed to be like you. Someone can be loud, someone can be quiet, someone can be an introvert, or whichever way it is, but we being different makes us unique from each other, and embrace it. In the end, it says just because you don't like someone doesn't mean it's wrong. So you having diverse beliefs, you having diverse experiences to things doesn't mean someone who hasn't had like you should is not doing the right thing. So try to understand from the first one. Yeah, so the second one is, people hear what they want to hear. So this is actually interesting one that I think it was a conversation with someone that I realized no matter how suggestion we give, people will always do and say what they want to hear. So it says, a teacher friend of mine tells me it can be really hard getting through to a student that they are studying the wrong subject if they want good grades. This subject just isn't their forte, and they are not going to do well in it. Sometimes she tells me she has to be quite brutal just to get them to listen to what she's saying. The fact is that people are programmed to pick out the things they want to hear and ignore what they don't want to hear. So programmed to such a degree, they are unaware they are going to do it. But if you want to get people on your side, get their cooperation, you need to understand you need to understand that if they don't want to hear something, it will take a lot more effort for you to get your point across. So you being able to understand that people would always want to hear what they want to hear doesn't mean you should always go in the way that they want, but sometimes you explaining things and trying to let them understand your perspective from where you are coming from is very, very important. And lastly, it says don't glitter about, make your words concise, clear, specific, and blunt. And that's very important. And the fourth rule is believe. People believe what they want to believe. I think that really goes in hand with people hear what they want to hear. And it says they have to leave it for themselves. You can't do anything for them. Yeah, this particular rule really resonates with me because I believe whatever you work with people, you shouldn't really choose for them. They need to kind of give in what exactly works for them. Someone can ask of your suggestion, that's right, but if it comes to they choosing an exact thing to work with, you should let them choose that. Yeah, I think it makes sense. And the fifth rule is your attitude influence your response. And we all know we have each and everyone has their individual emotions and mental needs, and we should know that what we actually do influences our response. Be it let's say um I am an interesting person that I always look forward to exciting things, adventures, and things to just explore. So when it comes to maybe an interesting topic or a way of exploring other stuff, when I get across this, I'll definitely choose the main thing, that's exploring. That's so this is to say that our attitude influence um their response. And it says if you look like you are expecting a fight, you will get a fight. So if what you believe in always comes to meet you, the universe just turns things to meet you. So be positive. And the sixth thing is remember your first impression. We Most of people have been saying that your first impression counts, and I believe it does. People will always talk to you and behave with you aligning with how they were able to understand you or see you the first time they have ever met you. So we should make our first impressions very, very important because it's an important thing. And it says for ages you can think you were mistaken, and then all of a sudden you find you were spot on. So remember your first impression. Yeah, so if we have first impression about people, usually is very, very true. Even though don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes it actually works. And people are tribal. Yeah, I believe this because I remember we went for a summit, and I realized that people have this sense of belonging. and you don't always want to hang out with people that aren't really maybe coming from your country, maybe your tribe, maybe something that you have in common. So you don't want to be left out. Usually people want to belong, and you want to belong with a tribal, like a tribal or a group of people that you share certain things in common. So when you know this, you should consider this when you work with people. And it says if we feel our own happiness is threatened by a move towards the greater good, it's hard to vote for the greater good. This is to say, most of the things that our tribe group, maybe our group of people usually do. So be it our group is doing something which isn't right, because we are usually tribal, we always go with our group or our tribe in order not to be left out, and also even if what they are doing is not right, we usually want to go with our tribal. And that's knowing this with is knowing this is very, very important, because we deal with people day in day out. Yeah. And the eighth rule is everyone wants to feel valued. That's what I said initially. We have a lot of people have a huge low self-esteem, and this is usually amount to unhappiness or even mental illness to say. And we usually want to feel valued. We want to feel important in the eyes of people that are around us, and so we should understand people in that perspective. And it says a thank you is okay, a bit more than a thank you is better. So I'll urge you today, if you see anyone around, you can just give him a smile, and it's brighten the person's day. And so the ninth rule is they only tease you if they like you. So this rule actually resonates with me, because I believe people want to be closer to you, so they find things that are really funny about you, and they try to tease you. But you should know there is a limit to that, because sometimes people tease you because they like you, and they know those type of things they see aren't really negative. Be it maybe we all know this particular person is always a latecomer. This is a very hard thing to tease someone about, because it can really strike a nerve and it will bring something else. But maybe a little bit of something that isn't really taken serious about the person, that one is really fine, just to have some conversation with you. And it says once you recognize it as a gesture of affection, suddenly being teased becomes positive. So you have to look at it as a positive way, but you should know each and everything that we do has elements. Yeah. So the 10th thing, and yeah, you've been so patient to gotten here. The 10th thing is, it refers to our previous rule, which is they only tease you if they like you. And it says but banter isn't teasing. So when we say this particular rule is to say that when people, there are bullying and there is teasing, This is two different things. Teasing someone about things that they can't do anything about, like someone being short, or maybe the person has a speech impairment, or something that they can't actually do anything about. That shouldn't be a case for anyone to stand on to tease the person. Using this will actually cause someone not being comfortable in a group. And I told you earlier, people usually want to belong. And yeah, and it says anyone who persists with comments once they know they are upsetting someone is becoming a bully. So yeah, so it says when you have someone that you always, I would say teasing, maybe in your eyes it's teasing, but when it becomes too consistent and you know actually that whenever you say that to that particular person, the person doesn't like it. So you should know that indirectly you are becoming a bully because the person doesn't like it and you are doing it consistently to that particular person. So I'll say okay, that's all for today, and thank you so much for joining, and please subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment. These are the things that really keeps me going and interested in um yeah, doing more videos for you. Thank you so much. My name is Adiza.